Hey everyone, welcome back to another Science Sunday. So this week we're continuing our journey through the life of Jesus, and we're going to be talking about the wedding at Cana, where Jesus turns water into wine. And we're just going to read the passage to start with, then we're going to do an experiment that kind of shows you what it would have been like to be there to see this happen. 2 days later, there was a wedding in the town of Cana in Galilee. Jesus' mother was there. Jesus and his followers were also invited to the wedding. When all the wine was gone, Jesus' mother said to him, "They have no more wine." Jesus answered, "Dear woman, why do you come to me? My time has not yet come." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." In that place there were 6 stone water jars. The Jews used jars like these in their washing ceremony. Each jar held about 20 to 30 gallons. Jesus said to the servants, "Fill the jars with water." So they filled the jars to the top. Then he said to them, "Now take some out and give it to the master of the feast." So the servants took the water to the master. When he tasted it, the water had become wine. He did not know where the wine came from, but the servants who brought the water knew. The master of the wedding called the bridegroom and said to him, "People always serve the best wine first. Later, after all the guests have been drinking a lot, they serve the cheaper wine. But you have saved the best wine till now." So in Cana of Galilee, Jesus did his first miracle. There he showed his glory, and his followers believed in him. All right, so he's at this wedding, and they don't have any wine. They ran out of wine, so he says, "All right, fill these huge clay jars with water," and they do that, and the water turns into wine. Just out of nowhere, he's able to do this. This is just a very small sign of the miracles that Jesus can do. We're going to kind of do an experiment here that shows you what it would have been like to be there to see that. This is called the iodine clock reaction. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some iodine like this, which is very dark, and we're going to turn it clear, and then we're going to have to turn back into that dark iodine. So let's get started. So the first thing we need some warm water, which we have right here, and then we're going to put some vitamin C inside there. All right. Now you come in a little closer. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of vitamin C in this, just like that. Make sure that gets mixed up really well. Okay, and then we're going to add our iodine. So this is where we're going to turn our iodine from this dark liquid. It's going to react with the vitamin C, and it's going to turn clear. See that? Isn't that amazing? So what's happening is the iodine changes color when it's in contact with the vitamin C. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put together another solution. So what we're going to do is we're going to take another thing of water here, and we're going to put some cornstarch in it. All right, let's get our cornstarch. We need to put a couple of these in there. Actually, just one of these. That should do. And we're going to put 100 milliliters of hydrogen peroxide. So I'm going to pour that in here. 100 milliliters of hydrogen peroxide. Almost there. There we go. Oh, I spilled a little bit. That's all right. All right, so I'm going to put this in here with the cornstarch. Now, this is a very interesting reaction, so I'm going to stir this up, make sure it's nice and stirred up. Now, so you have this clear solution here. This is the iodine mixed with some water and vitamin C. And remember, in the presence of vitamin C, the iodine is clear. In the presence of cornstarch, the iodine is going to be dark. But what happens is you have two reactions fighting with each other. One of them's trying to turn it dark, one of them's trying to turn it clear. And the other thing that's happening is the hydrogen peroxide is actually going to eat up the vitamin C in another reaction. So we'll see what happens here. It's nice and clear. And so right now, the hydrogen peroxide is reacting with the vitamin C and using it all up. And when the vitamin C runs out, the iodine is going to react with the cornstarch, and we're going to see a rapid color change. So we just got to keep watching it. All right, should be pretty soon now. I think it takes about a minute usually. It depends on how much vitamin C you put in there. So just imagine being one of the guests at the wedding.
It's turned darker.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that amazing? So what happened there is all of the vitamin C got used up, and the reaction, the iodine started to react with the cornstarch to turn dark again. Now watch what happens. This is really neat. If we were to put a little more vitamin C in there, let's see what happens.
It turns clear again?
We'll find out. That's what science is all about. Okay, let's take a look. Stir that thing up.
It's not clearing.
No, hang on.
Oh, wait. It's darkening.
Well, it's changing colors.
Yeah.
Hold on. Because you got to mix the reactants enough for it to actually change. So it's fighting right now because the hydrogen peroxide is trying to keep it from changing back into clear. But if we put enough in there, it'll go back to clear. That's an interesting reaction. I've never seen it be like halfway in between like this. Usually it's all the way one or the other.
Yeah.
It must have to do with the temperature of the water. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not warm enough that it's.
What if you put in more boiling water?
It would probably help it react more. So that's pretty good. I mean,
It's actually turning clear.
It turned more clear. So what's going to happen now? Let me put some more boiling water in there. So what's going to happen now is, again, the hydrogen peroxide is starting to eat away at the vitamin C. They're starting to react with each other, and it's consuming the vitamin C. And when that gets all used up, it's going to turn dark again. So this is a trick of chemistry that we did here, but just imagine that I didn't explain all of this to you. I just had this clear, glass sitting here, and then all of a sudden it turns into this dark liquid. You would be pretty amazed. You'd say, wow, that was crazy. Now imagine, we're able to do this with chemicals, but Jesus was able to do this with just water. And so, he didn't do it to just a little container like this. He did it to 30 gallons of water.
That's a lot.
It into wine. And so, this whole party saw this, and this was the very first time he did a miracle. And it was just his way of showing, hey, I have the power of my Father. I can do anything. This is very trivial, but he started out with, I can turn water into wine. And so everyone there was like, wow, this guy is not just a regular guy. So that's it. Let's see if this thing turns again. It might take a little while because we did put kind of a lot of vitamin C in there. Maybe we'll speed up this part of the video and go until it changes. All right, let's see. Yeah, right in closer? Because once it changes, it'll go pretty fast. Now, if you do this reaction right, if you do the exact amount of the quantities of everything, it'll change at the same time every time. And then if you change the amount of each thing that you put in there, If you put just a little less, oh, there you go. Look at that. That's pretty cool. If you put just a little less vitamin C, the reaction goes quicker. If you put a little more vitamin C, the reaction goes slower. So you can change how long it takes for this reaction to happen just by changing how much of each of the reactants you put in here. So here, let's turn it back again. And I like how it turns purple. It's really cool. Look at that. See if we can get, let's see if we can get it to be completely clear. We'll just put a lot in there. See what happens. That's pretty good.
You're dripping a lot.
I'm dripping all over the place. All right, well, that's it for this week. Thanks, guys, for joining for another Science Sunday, and I will see you all next week. See you later.